So somehow it's already been almost a year since Nothing put out its last pair of premium earbuds. And since the last lot were called the Nothing Ear 2, you'd probably expect the fresh new model to be called the Nothing Ear 3, right? Well, no, incorrect, fool. This fresh set of buds is simply called the Nothing Ear, in a regrettable Apple-style move that hopefully won't cause much search engine havoc. And this time around they're accompanied by a more budget-happy pair called the Nothing Ear Ear. The Nothing Ear is an already pretty wallet-friendly 129 quid here in Blighty, whereas the Nothing Ear Ear will set you back just £99, bargainous. But which one should you spunk out for, if either of them? Well, I've had them both lodged in my head this past week. Not at the same time, obviously, that would be weird. So here's my full Nothing Ear and Nothing Ear Ear review. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do plug subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now first up, we're just quickly jumping back in time a week to see what you actually get in the box. And it's essentially the same. You get the buds themselves, you get 2 extra sizes of silicone tip, you get a USB charging cable, and a quick start guide. So on my left here, we've got the fresh new Nothing Ear, and then on the right, the Nothing Ear Ear. At least it's pretty obvious which is which, even from the case design, which is completely different. You got the old fidget spinner case here on the Nothing Ear, just like the Ear 2 before it. Something that I've never really got the hang of, or can see the point in. If I find myself fidgeting with my hands, I usually just slap a pint of beer in them. The Nothing Ear Ear case, on the other hand, is smaller, it's a bit squatter. It's also more rounded, so actually I find it a little bit more comfortable to clutch and also slightly easier to slip into a pocket. No fidget spinny shenanigans, however, if that's a deal breaker for you. If we crack them open, you'll see the Nothing earbuds and also the Nothing Ear earbuds sport the usual iconic transparent design. Side by side, these Nothing buds look near identical, apart from a few little design differences here and there. And of course the fact that the ear come in this bright, bold, in-your-face yellow hue. That's not an option, sadly, for the regular Nothing earbuds. You've only got a choice of black or white. A lot more sedate. And each Nothing earbud is ever so slightly lighter than its Nothing Ear counterpart, but we are talking 0.18 grams here, so roughly the same weight as a cockroach's chuff. And as before, you can identify which bud is which by the wee dots up at the top of the stem. Just remember, red is right, and you'll be fine. Took me a wee while to figure it out. And I've certainly found that both the Nothing earbuds and the Nothing Ear buds are super comfy to stuff in your lugs, even for hours at a time. I think it was a good 4 or 5 hours before I started to get any kind of ear fatigue with these bad boys. And built into the Nothing Ear app, you've got a handy tip fit test. Wee bit of a tongue twister, that just to make sure you've got the right size of silicone tip bunged on your buds. So it's not too much of a squeeze, but you've also got a proper seal forming in there. And both sets of Nothing earbuds are IP54 splash resistant, so okay in inclement weather. However, when it comes to the actual cases, well, the regular buds boast an IP55 box, while the Buds ear case is merely IPX2, so definitely try your best not to get it wet. Now, when you connect your Nothing earbuds to your smartphone, you'll want to download that Nothing X app, which is available for iOS devices on the App Store and also Google Play Store for a bit of Android action. And the actual app experience very similar regardless of your choice of Nothing Ear or Nothing Ear. You can quickly check out how much remaining battery life you've got in the left and the right buds. You've got an equalizer setting on both, although this is actually different. I'll explain more on that later. Jump on into the noise control section and you can turn on noise cancelling, unsurprisingly. You could also shift between 3 different settings, high, medium and low, or stick it on adaptive. And both phones also offer up a transparency mode so you can actually be aware of what's going on. And also, just quickly, when we jump into the detailed device settings, most of these are again the same, consistent across the Nothing Ear and the Nothing Ear, apart from some audio related stuff which I will touch on later. So you got your in-ear detection, you got your low lag mode in case you're gaming and you want to prioritize the speed over the sound quality. You can connect both the Nothing Ear and the Nothing Ear to 2 devices at once, hence dual connection. You got your ear tip fit test, which I told you about earlier, find my earbuds, all the usual shenanigans. You've also got full customization over the touch controls. And again, no difference here. They both support the exact same controls: double pinch, triple pinch, pinch and hold, and a double pinch and hold. And just by tapping any of these, you can actually configure what they all do. It's the same options for both the Nothing Ear and the Nothing Ear, no difference whatsoever. The only controls you can't customize is the single pinch, which is always play or pause your audio. You can also answer and hang up calls. I find these touch controls work as well as ever. A quick wee pinch near the bottom of the stem and you will pause whatever audio you are listening to. Another pinch and it'll start up again. Now I've set up these buds so a double pinch of the right one will skip you forward a track, a double pinch of the left one will actually skip you back a track, and then I've got it to a triple pinch of either will load up my smartphone's voice assistant. Meanwhile, you can pinch and hold to cycle through the various transparency and noise cancelling modes, complete with a wee sound effect for each one as well, just to tell you exactly which mode you're in. And as always, you've got that in-ear detection, which works an absolute charm. So you yank out either the left or the right bud, it will pretty much immediately detect that it's out of your lug. And then whatever audio you're listening to, again, will be paused until you shove it back in there. And off it goes again. Happy days. Now, audio is handled by the same 11mm custom driver whether you stump up for the Nothing Air or save a few quid with the Air model. Although this more expensive Nothing Air model does boast a ceramic diaphragm, fancy. And yeah, that driver size has actually reduced slightly over the older Nothing Air 2s, but I found the audio quality was just as good. Now on both sets of Nothing buds, you've got support for AAC streaming, pretty standard stuff, but you've also got support for high quality audio. Now on the Nothing Buds Air, well, you're limited to LDAC, that's the only type of high quality audio that they support. Whereas here on the regular Nothing buds, they don't just support LDAC, they also support LHDC on top. And if you dive on into the equalizer, you'll see slightly different setup for both of these buds as well. So you've got the same presets, balanced, more bass, more treble and voice. Otherwise, you can also tweak the audio output yourself using this wee circle here. So you can boost or drop the bass, the treble and the mids. However, if you've spunked out a bit more cash on the Nothing buds, you've also got an advanced equalizer giving you more control. And you'll also spy that it's only the Nothing buds that offers you the personal sound profile, and this is one of my favorite features here. I find it makes a huge difference to the audio quality. It's the same MIMI powered shenanigans as what you got on the old Nothing Air 2. So you sit through a test, lasts about 5 minutes or so. You've got a list of various beeps and just press a button when you can hear them and release it when you can't. And then anything that your knackered old lugs are really struggling to hear, for me it's definitely the highs. Well, the Nothing earbuds can give them a proper kick up the brackets. You get the full range. You can really enjoy that audio the way it was meant to be heard. I just found that music is so much more full-bodied. I hear all of the finer details and everything with the sound profile and on the go, compared with the more regular presets and everything where everything sounds just that little bit more flat. In comparison, the audio with the Nothing Buds Air, it's absolutely fine. You know, you got some respectable bass and stuff, but certainly audiophiles will not be particularly impressed. And oh yes, both of these buds also serve up that bass enhance feature, which you can boost all the way up if you really love those lows. So then there's the noise cancelling as well, and the ANC Smarts appear to be identical on the Nothing Air as well as the Nothing Air Air. They use the same algorithm and everything. I gotta say, I can't really notice any improvement over the old Nothing Air 2s. The noise cancellation worked fine there, works fine here as well. Works well enough when you're sat on a train, when you're walking down a busy street with lots of traffic going by, all those low rumbly annoying noises, or really dampened down so you can listen to your audiobook, podcast or whatever without having to boost the volume all the way up. I left the ANC on the high setting when I was testing both sets of buds, because I found that on adaptive it does tend to sort of skip up and down quite erratically sometimes. Could have something to do with the wind if you're outdoors. You do get a bit of wind feedback if you leave it on the high setting, but nothing too dramatic. So overall, as expected, they're not up there with the very best, the Boses and the Sonys, but they are still very good. Now, just like last year, you've got a triple mic setup in each of these buds with Nothing's own in-house Clear Voice technology version 3.0 on board. Here's my voice saying stuff into the mics on the regular Nothing Air. As you can hear, in a quiet environment, voice clearly and cleanly picked up. And if there's a fair bit of background noise, as I'm simulating right now, lots of traffic type shenanigans, well, no worries, because the Nothing Air can still clearly and clearly differentiate your voice, make sure that you're coming through loud and clear while that background guff is muffled. And it's the same story here on the Nothing Air Air. They do a great job of muffling that background noise, even when it's incredibly loud and right in your face. Now, one area where the Nothing Air buds have improved considerably over the Nothing Air 2 is the battery life, which frankly, those Nothing Air 2 buds died faster than my enthusiasm for living every time I saw Jacob Rees-Mogg's smug face. I found that with HD audio streaming switched on and ANC set to high, I got pretty much 5 hours of non-stop streaming from the Nothing earbuds. I actually got 5.5-ish hours from the Nothing ears, which is pretty much bang on Nothing's estimates as well, so kudos to them. So yeah, it's still not a fantastic performance. It's not going to blow your bollocks off or anything like that. It's roughly average for a pair of modern true wireless earbuds, but certainly an improvement over the old Ear 2s. And then when you're done with them, or they just need a bit of a power boost, then slip them back into those boxes. You'll get several charges from a full case. Then when the case battery is depleted as well, while you can recharge them via USB-C. Otherwise, the regular Nothing buds also support a bit of wireless charging. And there you have it, my lovelies. That, in a tasty wee nutshell, is the Nothing Ear versus the Nothing Ear buds. I gotta say, the Nothing Ear is not a massive upgrade over the Nothing Ear 2s if you've already got those buds. It's really just the improved battery life that I do very much approve of. And since they're only 30 quid more than the Nothing Ear is, I gotta say they are well worthy of an upgrade for various features, but the biggest one for me is definitely that sound profile, and makes a massive difference to the audio quality. Certainly if you're an old git with buggered lugs like me. There you go, quite a few other bonuses for this one as well. I just wish that these came in yellow like the Nothing Ear is, because I really love that bright bold finish. So that's what I reckon. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on the Nothing Ear buds and the Nothing Ear buds down below. Which ones are you tempted by, if any at all? Please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a really wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you.